Ever feel like the world is crashing down on you? Like the challenges you're facing are just too big to handle? You're not alone. Sometimes life throws everything at us all at once, and it feels impossible to see a way through. But in these moments of darkness, history and faith offer us a powerful light. Let's look at some incredible stories of people who faced the impossible and found hope. First, think about Job. Here was a man who had it all: a loving family, great wealth, and perfect health. Then, in the blink of an eye, he lost everything. His children, his fortune, his health all gone. Imagine the pain, the confusion, the sheer despair he must have felt. His friends came and told him he must have done something wrong to deserve this. But Job held on. Even when it felt like God was silent, Job's faith didn't break. He questioned, he cried out, but he never cursed his Creator. He believed that even in his suffering, there was a purpose he couldn't see. His story isn't just about loss, it's about a rugged, unshakable faith that endures even when all understanding is gone. In the end, his patience was rewarded and his life was restored beyond what he had before, showing us that holding on to faith through the storm is never in vain. Next, let's talk about David. Picture this: a massive, battle-hardened giant named Goliath mocking an entire army. Everyone was terrified. No one dared to face him. Then comes David, a young shepherd boy armed with nothing but a sling and a few stones. It looked like a suicide mission. People probably laughed at him or called him crazy. But David saw things differently. He wasn't focused on the size of the giant in front of him. He was focused on the size of the God beside him. He walked onto that battlefield with a confidence that didn't come from his own strength, but from his deep faith. He famously said, "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty." With one single stone, David did the impossible. His story teaches us that our challenges might look like giants, but with faith, we have a power on our side that is infinitely greater. It's about where we place our focus: on the problem or on the one who can solve it. Finally, consider Joseph. His own brothers, jealous of their father's love for him, sold him into slavery. He was betrayed by his own family and taken to a foreign land. Just when things started to look up, he was falsely accused and thrown into prison for years. It would have been so easy for him to become bitter, to fill his heart with hatred and a desire for revenge. But Joseph chose a different path. He kept his integrity and his faith in God's plan, even from a dungeon. He trusted that somehow all this suffering had a purpose, and it did. His ability to interpret dreams eventually brought him before Pharaoh, and he rose to become the second most powerful man in Egypt. Years later, when his brothers came to him begging for food, he had the power to destroy them. Instead, he looked at them and said, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good." Joseph's journey is a breathtaking testament to forgiveness and the belief that God can take the worst moments of our lives, the betrayals, the injustices, and weave them into a beautiful story of redemption and purpose. These aren't just ancient tales. They are powerful reminders for us today. When you feel like Job, surrounded by loss, when you face a Goliath-sized problem, or when you're dealing with the pain of betrayal like Joseph, you have a choice. You can let the darkness consume you, or you can hold on to a flicker of hope, a sliver of faith. These stories show us that faith isn't about having an easy life. It's about having an anchor in the storm. It is the strength that helps you get up one more time when you've been knocked down. So, whatever you're going through right now, remember these stories. Remember that your current situation is not your final destination. There is a greater plan at work. Hold on, keep believing, and know that you are not walking through this valley alone. As the beautiful words of Psalm 23 remind us, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me." Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell.